Hello, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. Time for another news day on Tuesday. Today is August 17th, 2021. We've got news. Let's jump right in. It's Neovision Celes from Final Fantasy VI. Kind of a cool unit because in our house, my girlfriend's screen name is actually taken from Celes. Her name is Celestius. You can check her out over on Twitch TV, Celestius07. So Celes kind of has a bigger name in our household. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's take a look at Neovision Celes. And then we have Yeti of Narshe Umaro and Moogle of Narshe Mog. Two very different and very interesting 5-star bases. Honestly, if this is kind of the way that they make 5-star bases kind of going forward, I'm here for it because at least they do things that are unique and interesting. They're not just kind of like fodder that does nothing, you know what I mean? Okay, but I'll speak about them later. Okay, so we got Triumphant General Celes. Now, you know, you've got the banner, which is traditional, and you get your Neovisions tickets, your summon coins, and your 5th anniversary tickets for the 5th anniversary after party. Okay. Alright, you have Triumphant General Celes, and then her Brave Shift is whenever she's the opera singer, and so she's in all white with those white boots. Are they cowboy boots? I don't know. Whatever. Okay. So, then she has her vision card, which we'll go over in a minute. Her Brave Shift is infinite duration, and her Brave Shift cooldown is 0 turns, available from turn 1, so she has that perfect Brave Shift. She can just keep going back and forth, all willy-nilly like. Alright, her Super Trust Mastery is a sword. It is Lightbringer, Final Fantasy VI, and it is for only Final Fantasy VI units only. It has attack, magic, spirit, plus 180, so the only thing it doesn't have on there is defense. That's amazing. So it's great for a hybrid unit, and while also providing spirit. It activates Mystical Shining Blade. The thing is, you can only equip it to Final Fantasy VI units, but the activate Mystical Shining Blade. Boost LB damage by 50%, and attack and magic and spirit by 250, and 30% chance of evading some physical and magical attacks. Okay, so 30% evade for, like, this is great for Shadow. Okay, then we've got the Trust Mastery Award, which is Noble Magitech Knight. Boost MP and Spirit by 40%, and boost physical and magical damage against Aquian monsters by 50%. Pretty cool, I do like that. So it is another Aquian killer with MP and Spirit boost, because it's really, guys, don't complain about it not having attack boost on it. You know, last time I tried to equip a unit, they were over by 500% on attack, and I didn't have any attack percentages stuff equipped. So, like, it doesn't need it. Alright. Vision card. We'll go over that later. It's got its own section. Vision cards get their own section. Alright. She is a cover tank for magical cover. In her regular form, her basic attack can be her cover, so if you have her in arena or whatever, she'll still keep up cover just by doing basic attacks, which is crazy to me, like that a unit's basic attack is cover. She also has preemptive cover, preemptive LB fill, you know, she has provoke. She's basically a magic cover tank in her regular form, and in her Brave Shift form, she is a ice damage support unit. She has AoE Ice Imbue, AoE Ice buffs, etc., etc. Her Limit Burst on the JP server provides, I think it was 45%, which is huge, a 45% buff to ice, magical, and physical damage. Yeah, 45%. That's so crazy. While also giving a 250% LB damage buff and a 300% attack, magic, defense, spirit buff. She literally, if you're trying to use a ice damage team, she's the unit to go for, which is crazy. Then we have Yeti of Narshe Umaro. Yeti of Narshe Umaro is, let's see here, interesting. So He's always in his Brave Shift form. I mean, not Brave Shift form. I'm sorry. Excuse my misstep there. He's always berserking, so you can never actually use him, right? He does his own thing. He does his own attacks. So what does he do? He does basic attack. And that's all he can ever do, which is crazy. So you can see usage for him in Arena. You really want to be absolutely just the worst human ever. Get 4 of them in Arena and then like a support cover tank, and that's all you need. He has no active abilities, because why make active abilities if he's not going to use them? He has guts. He has LB damage, because he will get to where he can use his LB by constantly doing that. He has passive Stone Killer and Dragon Killer. His basic attack is AoE damage, either a 64x mod to all enemies, or a 64x mod to all enemies. That's ice damage, and it's Bolting Strike. So he does Bolting Strike chaining AoE, and it might be physical regular or it might be ice physical. Yeah, that's it. He does AoE physical damage with the 64x mod on a basic attack. Crazy, right? And then his limit burst is a 85% defense break with physical damage of 100x, and it is a chaining move, although I'm not sure what family or if it even is a family, but it is a 30 hit chain. Okay, his Super Trust Mastery. His Super Trust Mastery is Blizzard Orb, Final Fantasy VI. Hey, it's not locked to Final Fantasy VI units only. It has attack plus 50, boost fire resistance by 30%, and ice resistance by 50%. Okay, I love this for the resistances. And nullify some instant KOs. Death resistance as well. So now we have a non-time limited form of death resistance. So everybody can stop complaining. You get it? Arena can now become broken. You just have to get a bunch of these Super Trust Masteries. Activate Power of the Blizzard Orb. Chance of countering when receiving a physical or magical attack. Okay. Yeah, it just gives you the chance to counter. Let's see. With a normal attack, it's just a 1x normal attack. So, you know, that would be where you're trying to gain limit burst orbs or whatever. But and then his Trust Mastery reward is Nullify Confusion, and normal attacks hit 2 times. So his basic attack is now, instead of just doing Bolting Strike, it does Bolting Strike twice. Yay! Alright, his featured abilities, you know, always on Berserk, like really high attack, and really high attack when you have no weapons equipped to him. Alright, the Moogle of Narshe Mog. First off, let's talk about his equipment, and then I'll talk about him and his kit. Okay, so his Super Trust Mastery is a spear with 170 attack, and it has Avian and Stone Killer. If you are fighting an Avian or Stone monster, this could be a best in slot. Run it through item worlds and try to get some good rolls on it. But if you're not, it's definitely not your best in slot. So against the killers that it has, it becomes fantastic. But otherwise, eh. So pick it up if you're planning on fighting any Avians or Stones, and you want to use a jump unit like Sky or Mazurka or Arden or somebody. All right. Well, one that benefits from using spears, I guess. Maybe not Arden. Okay. His Trust Mastery reward: Moogle Intuition. Reduced chance of encounters by 50%. Man, I thought they had forgotten about this mechanic. Okay, first of all, I love that this Trust Mastery exists, because it acknowledges that they remember they have the mechanic of explorations, even though they haven't done an exploration in almost 2.5 years. So reduce the chance of encounters on explorations by 50%, restore MP by 8 while walking on exploration maps, okay, and boost experience gained from battle by 60%. I love this Trust Mastery because it's a sign that the game's going back towards more of being a game and less of being just Dark Visions, Clash of Wills. I like it when it was a RPG style game, you know, less of just a rotation of Dark Visions and Clash of Wills. I'm trying to play Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, not, you know, Dark Visions. Feels just like a separate, completely different game. Anyway, the featured magic is boost resistance to all status ailments for all allies. All right. The featured abilities. Now this is where he gets kind of crazy. So you boost LB damage, fill LB gauge for all allies. Great. You have a Wind Rhapsody, and you have another Rhapsody. But what do the Rhapsodies do? The Rhapsodies give you a field effect. Yeah, a field effect, which is a 25% imperil to the boss. But it's one of those field effects, so it stacks with regular imperils. And it's for wind damage and I forget the other one. Give me just 2 seconds. So, but it is again for 25%. It is ice. So that is ice fixed damage. It heals all allies and imbues all allies, and then enables the field effect for an imperil to one enemy for 25% for wind or ice. Crazy. Crazy that we now have a good ice or wind imperil towards the enemy. All right. Okay, so those are our new units. Then what is Zozo? Zozo! Okay, Zozo. All right. Well, first it's got to show you Assassin Shadow. Now, what is it showing you Assassin Shadow for? Because we get one for free, and we'll be able to take him to EX1. Now, we did get his Neovision Awakening a long time ago, but this is saying that they're going to give us a free Shadow that you can go for. So I'm not going to cover his abilities, because he's been in the game for a long time. Alright, so this is a King Mog event. So play the King Mog, you'll be able to get him. Also, we can go to, you know, this casino, which is kind of fun. You get the item that you can farm out is Ichiki, and you can eventually upgrade it all the way to 180 attack with 20% chance of evading physical attacks. Yay! It's got 20% evade on it with 180 attack, and it is a katana. But it is for Shadow and Assassin Shadow only. Alright, then you have the White Dress, which is 10 defense, 34 magic, 40 spirit, and boost ice resistance by 30%. I do like the ice resistance. Alright, and Guard Bracelet, Final Fantasy VI. 5 defense, 5 spirit, auto shell. Yay. Auto protect, auto shell. Okay, so what that does is it provides a permanent mitigation for physical damage and for magical damage, and a 200% buff, a 200% buff for defense, and a 200% buff for spirit. That is undispellable and lasts for the entire game. But we also have this from like Trust Masteries, so like it's cool, I guess. All right. Your bonus units are of course Celes and other Final Fantasy VII units, along with, you know, last week's units of Seagart and Sky. All right. And then you have your Opera House stage, and you will get Assassin Shadow fragments and, you know, other fabulous rewards. Okay. Then you've got your Challenges of Brave events coming at you. If you just unlock somebody and you need to get their fragments. We've got our Chronicle Battle Ultros. I am so not excited by this. Ugh, so boring. All right, so your Chronicle Battle Ultros. What this gives you is Hyper Wrist for 45. It is an accessory with 45 attack and 20% attack. And for only Final Fantasy VI units, it gives you Bird Killer for 50% for physical and magical. Great. All right, then Ninja Gear. Now this is a clothes with 40 attack and 23 defense and spirit. Fire resistance by 40%. I like that at least. And for only Final Fantasy VI units, It boosts equipment attack by 25% when a single weapon is equipped in one or both hands. So this isn't terrible. It's not bad. For Final Fantasy VI units, if you're going against something that has AoE fire and your whole team needs to have fire resistance for some reason, then this works. Okay. Wait, that was the end of it, right? There's not something after that. Okay. I was like, I scrolled to the end, didn't I? Alright, so our vision card. The vision card is Celes's vision card. So this is a good vision card for hybrid units. It has 100 in attack and 100 in magic. Boom, those are its stats. 100 attack, 100 magic. With boost LB damage by 25%, boost attack and magic by an additional 50%, and then for Final Fantasy VI units, it boosts attack, defense, magic, and spirit by 300. So, depending on the build, if you're running a Final Fantasy VI unit, this may be a really good card for different people, except for Terra. Alright. So, really good, really fun card. It is Celes at the Opera. Alright, vision cards no arrival. Unit intro quest, Triumphant General Celes. That's where you get to watch her CG Limit Burst movie. Enjoy that one. Okay. And then, boom, 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 boom. Importing notice regarding favorited equipment. Yes. Warning, warning, important, important. When the server goes down and when it comes back up, all your parties, you're going to have to re-equip them. Don't get mad at Gumi and act like it's a surprise. It's not. Alright. A letter from the operations team is a whole post in all of itself. It says that everything that we complained about, well, don't worry, they heard our complaints. But sorry. They're overworked, and we're not gonna, and they just basically said that they're overworked. We're not gonna get anything that we asked for, and they apologize for it. Okay. Fountain of Lapis. You guys know it, you love it, the Fountain of Lapis. And, yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, no, we still got more. The 5th anniversary login bonus. So, you know, you login bonus, you get some Lapis and some shards and some other things. Your weekly free 10+1. This was the fan choice. So we get a free weekly 10+1 for a little while, actually. And so every week you get to try, and you're going to get at least a 5-star, could be a Neovision, and then a 1/10 of a Neovision summon ticket, as long as you click the button once a week. All right. Then you have your Final Fantasy VI Triumphant General Celes Treasure Summon. This is the $12, $13 summon, and you can try to get Celes off of that. So good luck to you. Your exchange shop for Triumphant General Celes. So here, if you do not have the armor that's in here, I definitely say go for it. The Saintly Castle, it's very good. Astrukian, not that great. Hairpin of Purity, if you don't have it by this point, well, why not? But the armor is definitely worth going for. You have your lovely Opera login bonus, and then maintenance. All right, so that's it for this week, guys. We've got Triumphant General Celes, Umaro, and Moogle of Narshe Mog. I am very excited that we actually have content coming at us this week with Zozo. Yay, it's at least something to farm and do. Congratulations, we finally got something that's not just Item World for 3 weeks. Alright. Alright. Thank you guys for hanging out. Much love. Peace.